it's Barbara at Imagine Soapworks. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to do a quick intro, and then actually the video today is a video of a video. So I apologize for the quality of it. It's actually going to be a review of my Facebook and website by one of my mentors in the craft space, Sue Monheit from Gift Biz Unwrapped. Did a review of Imagine Soapworks for their Facebook page and their website. So I recorded her review. It's in a private group, which is why I can't share it. So I just recorded it so I could share it with all of you. So maybe you could learn something about something that I'm doing good, or a tip of something that I should improve, and you can do that too. So I hope it's helpful for you. I was so honored to be chosen to have the review done, and I was pleased with all of her feedback. And actually, if you look at my site now, you'll probably see that I've implemented many of the things that she suggested. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Touching it, I might do something crazy. All right, so now we're going to move on to Barbara's company called Imagine Soapworks. Now, this is a Facebook page, not a website. But I do suggest you guys go and look at her website. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I'll go into that right now. But the one thing that I saw, Barbara, with you is throughout, you have such a wonderful way with words. I mean, the way you describe things, you're going to see some of it here. The way you talk, go and look at Barbara's About Us page, or that's not what she even calls it. She calls it Meet the Owner. Meet the Owner. Like, how personable, right? You could say meet the maker, like Kimberly, you could say meet the beater, meet the jeweler, meet the maker, like anything like that. So Barbara says, meet the owner. And I love that because, and then when you jump on, she has a very beautiful story about how she got started. It's not 7,000 paragraphs long. So Barbara, I love that so much. The other thing you do on your website that I really like, I know we're not reviewing your website, but it kind of goes together, is what you say for signing up for your newsletter is Suds and Happiness email. You get a Suds and Happiness email. Like, isn't that fun? So do you see what I mean? Just not sign up for my newsletter, but so they're beautiful. Love that so much. Gorgeous. And the reason I say all of that, Kimberly saying, once I make these changes, I would love for the group to take a look at it again for input. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can look at it again. Like, we can look at it again as part of a review, or you can just put it up so that people can look at it again. Put it up under this video, Kimberly, so that then they're connected. People can see then the before and after, because that will help them as they're building their websites too. Okay, that would be really great. Okay, so now we're over on Barbara's Facebook page. Okay, and I always feel like I need to say, make sure when you're starting your Facebook page, you connect it under your personal account. I'm talking with somebody right now who some reason their page was, because she says she didn't do it. She said it got flipped, but something happened and she now has a page that really looks like a personal account. And now that she's starting and trying to create her own page, there's all this conflict. It's very difficult. So make sure if you're just starting and you're doing a Facebook page that you create it under your personal account. This is one of Facebook's ways of making sure identity, security, all of that, they can link pages back to real people. Okay. I talk about how to do that in my Setup and Sell in Facebook Shops course. But virtually what you do is you go to your personal page, your name, and then you say create page. So create a business page. Okay. The terminology, I think, is actually personal profile and then business page. But they change things all the time. So who knows? Okay. So let's get on to this. Okay. So first, Barbara starts off with her header image. And I'm loving this picture because I love how it glistens and you see the waves of the soap here. But I'm not sure for sure it's soap. Okay, so I love the image, but what I'd love for you to do is crop the image somehow. And I'm going into your photos for a second here. See, this is the real image right here. I'm wondering if there's a way, and all we're seeing here is the bottom of it, right? Like this, right? I'm wondering if there's a way that you could get some more interest so you keep all of this glistening in here, but you were able to add some of this top, that shows like a little bit of the making that led to this. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that makes sense. And then also, if we go back and look at some of her other photos, like this one, we so know it's soap, right? And this one's so fun with how she does the embossing of the soap. And like I said, I do love this picture. It's just that I wish it showed me a little bit more that it's soap. So I'm conflicted, you can see, because I love it. It makes me be very attentive. I'm just feeling like a little tweak of that image could be good. Okay, Sherry, you had problems with your Facebook page too. Okay, let me read this. Someone created a page for me 3 years ago before I got on Facebook. I had to claim it and delete it to create a business page. Yeah, and that was a whole runaround, I remember. It took you a long time to be able to figure that out. So easiest, it's really pretty smooth if you just do it the right way from the beginning. But Facebook keeps changing. So a lot of us didn't know years ago when we were starting our Facebook stuff. So we figure it out. Right? We just figure it out. That's all there is. Just figure it out. Okay, so let's keep going here with Barbara's. Okay, so health and beauty. I know that it's soap. I love your logo. So another thing that you do really, really well, your name is easy, totally understand what it is, soap, right? And then I love your logo. It's simple, it's clean, it's fresh, it's unique. Black and white I really like because it really fits with your packaging. We'll see some of that as we go. Am I still just on the photos here? Hold on. Let me get back to home. Okay. So then her about is perfect. Again, your words are great. Like you have a skill with this. And so what she says is inspired soaps. So we know what area she's in. Custom blended fragrances. Ooh, what does that mean? Like maybe I can get something different from Barbara than I've been getting from other soaps because these are custom blended and I'm really interested in this. And then you go on to say handmade bath and body products, ingredients that you can pronounce. Love that. And what you did here is they're simple words I understand, but they have a meaning to it, right? So ingredients you can pronounce, quality you can trust. Okay, I get it. You're not saying all natural ingredients, no chemicals, which is kind of the same thing, but the way you're wording things is so much more personable. I get it. No fancy words, but it impacts me. I get it, right? So then she says soaps, talc-free powders, because I know that's become more and more important as we go. Lip balms, room spritz. So there's a lot here that I could take advantage of. So perfect. Love that totally. Okay. Then we go into, you have a pinned post here. Got to move some stuff around because I can't see everything. Okay, and I bet you this is your welcome video. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like your about the owner page, but it's here, right? To my new followers. I love this. So you pinned it to the top and you talk a little bit about what you do. Okay, imagine Soapworks started, believe it or not, from body powder. You see how personable she is? I was looking for something without talc and couldn't find anything. So I decided to research how to make my own. That process took 8 months. So she's showing that this wasn't like yesterday that I figured this out. It took a while. So that's credibility in what she's doing, right? And once I had the powder perfected, I wanted to learn more. And so then she continues on with her journey. I won't read it all here right now, but she also talks personally about things that she does. I enjoy swimming in lakes, just being outside. She talks about hiking. The reason you add things like this in is because someone who's listening might be like, oh, well, I like hiking too. And so subtly already, they're more connected to you. Okay, so people might wonder, well, why am I going to put that in there in my introduction or when I'm talking about me and my business? Because it doesn't really apply. Like, what does that have to do with making soap? Well, in a way it does, because you might use soap after a long hike, right? But it makes people connect with you more. So being personable like that is really important. So, oh, I like this. Imagine Soapworks is a reflection of my journey of discovering handmade in a new way. Learning the soap making process has been exciting and a labor of love, and expanding to other body products. Okay, so perfect. I love this so much. I love that it's pinned to the top for new people. And then you'll see when we go on here, great posting. This was a great post that she did. She talks about her first soaps that she did and how much she's learned since then. So I love that. And going back, Barbara, is so great because it shows where you've come from, right? And what you've learned and the investment you've made in the business and the longevity that you've had. Like, all of that is so great. So frequent posting, avocado oil. And I haven't read, we're not going to go through all your posts, but you have a flair for your imagery and your posting. So social media, great for you. Okay. I mean, you're just a natural with it. So consistency, posting regularly. The other thing I was going to show all of you that I really like that you're doing, I'm going to go up to your videos. Hold on. Oh, wait, maybe I have to go over here for your videos. If you saw my screen, you'd see why I'm having a little trouble finding things. Okay, so let's go to your videos. Okay, your videos. You have a ton of videos, which is so awesome. Look at all these. Okay, all different types. I mean, I think your first video you put up about 2 years ago as I look at it, but she goes through all different types of things about products. You do one that is, oh, you're showing your new soap stamp. The lathering, I was looking at the one with the lathering, which makes me interested. Like, I want to know more because those are consumable things that I need to know, right? It's not just all about you. You're sharing what you know with me as someone who might buy your products, right? How to make your handmade soap last longer with soap dishes. Perfect. Clay facial masks. Like, all of these are so interesting. People would want to come in here and just look at these videos. Do you have a YouTube channel, Barbara? You may want to. Okay, so I'm going to start this video. This is her most recent one that she did just a couple weeks ago. And no, yeah, I'm going to show this one. And I want you to listen when she starts. And this is another thing you do really well, is right as soon as the video starts, you tell people what the purpose of the video is, what they're going to learn by watching the video. So here, listen.
Hi, it's Barbara at Imagine Soapworks. And in today's video, what I'm doing is I'm making body butter.
See, right there.
And in my body butter recipe, I have shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, and sunflower oil. So the first thing that you need to do is melt all of your hard oils over a double boiler. You don't want the oils to overheat. And I use unrefined.
Okay, so
Shea butter. So there's a lot of debris left in here after I melt. I don't know if you can see that good. But what I need to do now is actually put it through.
I'm trying to get it to stop, you guys. Sorry, hold on.
And
Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me go back up here. So did you see what she did in the video? Right away, she says hi, who she is, and then what you're going to learn. And she goes through and like talks about the ingredients, shares how she makes it, and you see how complicated it is. Right? This is just not something easy that I'm going to whip out right away. Right? So really, really good. So I love your videos. If you're not already doing a YouTube channel, you could, because you've got a lot of content there, which will attract people over to your channel. Okay, so honestly, Barbara, like I said, I would change out a little bit this image. Another best practice, and I think you're doing this because you have several images already, is to change out your banner image every quarter, 6 months, something like. If you're going to a show and you want to promote the fact that you're going to be at the show, at like a craft show, face-to-face craft show, virtual craft show, something like that, you could put an image up there that's promoting that. And the reason that that's good is that shows up in your feed too for people, right? So I think for you, you have all the elements here. I love everything that you're doing. Your about looks great. Oh, I did see, I would click, I'm not going to click this on your page, but confirm that this is the right phone number. I would go ahead and do that. I'm not sure why that comes up, but if it's the phone number to reach you, I would just confirm that, because then that whole box will go away. Photos, videos, you may at some point decide you want a Facebook shop. It can connect right to your website for checkout if you want to, versus, like checkout in Facebook shops. You can do it either way. Okay, and those are just promotional things for me. But given the fact that you have such a creative flair for your wording and your imagery and the content that you're putting up, I just say the biggest thing for you, besides, like I said, about the banner page, is getting people to come over to your page, attracting an audience. You have 154 people already, so that is awesome. I was surprised and pleasantly shocked that only 2 of them are your friends. I don't know if you're being really exclusive about who you're friends with on Facebook, or if all of these are people who are just finding you, or coming over maybe from Instagram, because I looked at your Instagram account too. So I'm not exactly sure what you're doing there, but I would just be getting everybody over here onto your page. Kimberly's saying, I love this page. Can I ask how long have you been in business? I think it's been a while, hasn't it? Didn't I read 8 years? Let's see. Wait. Well, here, let's look at her intro and she'll tell us more. Well, she started with her talks 8 years ago. No, 8 months. I'm lying. Okay. Barbara, how long have you been in business? Let us know. Okay. Let me see what else I wanted to say. Oh, here's one other thing I would do. Reviews. None yet. Okay. Like today, I'd find 5 people who have used your soaps and have them come over and write a review. People look at reviews before they buy. So, or maybe not have them all do it today, but within the next week, get like 4 or 5 reviews, and then put it in your regular process. Like put a little message in with the orders when you send them out that says, would be so wonderful if you could go over onto Facebook, write a quick review for me after you've tried the soap, or something like that, because we always have to trigger people to write a review. People just don't do it naturally, right? And another trick for reviews is prompt them with a question. Okay, so say something like, if you're not exactly sure what to say, share with me your experience using the soap, or how you felt about the scent of the soap, or, like give them a couple of starter questions. That also prompts reviews, because it's like, okay, if you start with a blank piece of paper, it's like, what do I say? But if you have them almost fill in the blanks, it's much easier for them to do. Okay, so I definitely go and get some reviews. But for you, keep doing your lives. Have people come over to Facebook, and you might be doing that through your Instagram. I'm not exactly sure your strategy of how you're integrating your Instagram with Facebook. I'm pretty sure you're not using hashtags here, which is good. Here, let's go. Let's look at this. All right, well, you're not there. Yeah, I mean, I love what you're doing here. You're sometimes putting a lot of copy and then sometimes just a little bit. New soap setting up, can't wait to cut it later. Yeah, so very interesting. Here's this other picture. Yeah, like, gosh, I'm just wondering if you didn't crop it like here, like do another version in Canva or something and just take off that bottom part so that this top part was a picture. I don't know, you'd have to see how it looks. You're also doing carousels, which is great. So when I say carousels, you guys, what that means is you can see that there are multiple pictures here. The longer you can get people to stay on any social media platform, the better, especially Facebook and Instagram. They want you to stay on the platforms. So when you add more photos, it takes people longer to go through and look at all of those photos, right? Same with stories. That's why people do the Instagram stories, all of that type of thing. So this is great. So you're mixing up your posts, which is perfect. Love that you use emojis because that adds interest. This is a great picture too. Love your photos. So blessed to have a loving, supportive family and amazing customers that are friends. It's a match made in heaven. Aww. Love that too. One of the things that you could start doing is having people try to get people to start interacting and responding to your posts. So every once in a while, ask them a question or have them say something, or do, you know how you can do soaps like 3 different scents and say, which scent do you like the best? You know, things like that to get people to interact. When you have people who interact with your posts, it shares your posts to more of your 154 followers. Okay, so that's the way you get more traction, because when you post something, I'm sure everyone pretty much knows this now, but when you post something, doesn't mean that all 154 of your followers are going to see it. A small percentage of your followers are going to see it. The number that most people say is about average is about 3% of people see it. But then if people like it or comment on it, then that says to Facebook, oh, more people want to see this, so I'm now going to send it to more people. And if they like it and comment on it, then it's sent to more people. You see how that works? Okay. Okay. Comments. Barbara, any questions? Let me just review my little notes here. Love your videos, like I said. Get some reviews. And I think the biggest thing right now is get more people. Talk to people and tell them to come over and like your page. Okay. Oh, a couple things I was going to tell you. You see here where Barbara has 154 people who are liking the page, and then 167 people who are following the page. At some point, Facebook has been talking about eliminating the likes and only having the followers. I don't even really know, like the difference is you ask someone to like the page and they like the page, right? But and then some people just come and follow the page. I don't know how that happened. If as Facebook was making changes, they just made these 2 different categories. But if at some point you see one of those numbers drop off, it's because Facebook's had an update and this is what they've done. So this is one of the issues with all social media platforms, is you never know or have control over what they do. They just go ahead and do it, and we're left to figure it out ourselves. So just making that comment that if something happens and you see this change, don't worry, okay? Because most of the time, all I've seen is your follower count is bigger than your like count anyway, okay? And I'm not so sure that a follower doesn't, or a like, someone who likes your page automatically doesn't get classified as a follower too. Okay. But at some point, like I said, I think that's going to go away.